Hi, this is George. Today I'm going to do a funky bird. It's kind of like a folk art style bird. I call it funky bird because of the colors that I end up using when I doodle it. Today I'm using new color 2s. I have a pack of 15 colors, but you can use whatever you have, like colored pencil or watercolor pencil or watercolor, whichever is good for you. I like to use 2 containers of water. That way, one I use to clean my brush, and the other is to get more water on my brush. The brushes I'm using are from my Princeton art, and it's around, and another one is the number 2. The links are in the description if you're interested, but you can use any kind of brush that you have. This is the first time I'm uploading a video that's more longer than a short. I don't have use of my computer, so I don't have my Wi-Fi, so I'm limiting the file size for my uploads, and because of that, I'm fast forwarding or speeding up the video a little bit. So basically, take your time. Whatever you do, it's okay. As per usual, I didn't allow my ink to totally dry, so I did some smudges, but we'll take care of that later on. I like to begin the process of doing a funky bird by laying out a pencil sketch beforehand. And in this case, I'm using a circle as the body, and I'm using some flowers in the kind of the foreground. Basically, the flower and the bird itself are in the foreground. I'm using my Statler fine liners. I like to use these because if you want to go over the fine liners, they won't smudge. Now, this stage, I'm basically going for a medium thickness and outlining the bird and the flowers. Later on, I'll use a finer point and go for the lines that are within the bird and flowers. I like the difference between the thicker and the thinner point size. And here I'm just drawing in some stick legs. Simple. And here I'm using the number 7 to do an outline of the box that contains the bird and flowers. And later on, I'll do a little bit of rounding out, and I'll use the same number 0.7. And I'm going with my kneaded eraser, get the as much of the pencil marks. Here I'm using yellow, but again you can use whatever color you want. Just have fun with the colors and surprise yourself by maybe going with some colors that you wouldn't normally use. I'm going for a little bit of light green, and on top of this I will use a bit of darker green. And it's just a little bit light, so I'm going back in with more dark green and a little bit of water to blend out the greens. And since green is and the opposite on the color wheel for red, I'm going to use a bit of magenta or red for the flowers to get a bit of variety and a bit of pop. If you're enjoying the video, if you could do me a solid and hit the like button. YouTube likes it when you do that, so it will send the video to a wider audience. So back to my doodle. Here I'm using again the same basic theory of the green as being a cool color, and then the wing as a warm color, so it's a bit of contrast going on there. I'm going to work on the leaves of the tulips by first using a little bit of water on the Neo color 2s and on the yellow, and then I'm going to switch it from green and work on the blending of the two together. One of the reasons that I really like Neocolor 2s is the ease of using it. They're compact and fit well on my art board, like you can see on the left of the screen. And they're like watercolor in that you can blend them together and layer them as well. They're a bit pricey, but they last a long time. So I did a boo-boo, as one of you, and I don't know if you're watching this, but the reference that a boo-boo is a message from your subconscious, and I like that. So I did too much green, and I went in with my yellow and of a concentrated yellow, and then put it in the leaf. And I'm using a little bit of more of a concentrated red for the tulips. The only other thing that I don't like is that you have to wait till the Neocolor 2s are dry, but that's the same thing with watercolors. Now I'm using the brown. I like to use brown because it's a neutral color, and you can use it as a kind of shadow color. And as an FYI, you can also use shade of purple to add a bit of shadow as well. Going in with more green, because it's dried a bit paler than I want. White watercolor, the Neocolor 2s will dry lighter when everything is said and done. So how do you like it? So I hope you have enjoyed the video today and got inspired to do your own funky bird. Again, have fun with the colors, and I will see you in the next video, which is basically going to be adding the detail